Welcome to the Bentonville Film Festival.
Thank you so much.
Tell us a little bit about the short that you wrote.
Yeah, I wrote CARLY, DOLLS, which is about a 14-year-old previously homeschooled gal entering in-person high school for the first time with the help of her imaginary friends / dolls that come to life, who help her try to figure out high school and also herself.
What gave you the idea for this? Because it's very unique. I love the fact it's not a retread of some other story.
Thank you. Yeah, it actually came to me. It was my freshman year of college, and all my friends were like, "We want to watch some like kids movies and just like relive our childhood." And I was like, "You know what movie I haven't seen in forever? Barbie Fairytopia Mermaidia." Like that, I remember loving that movie, and I have no idea. I don't remember anything about it. Rewatched it, and I realized pretty quickly, oh, it's because the two women in this film have great chemistry. And of course, as a kid, I didn't realize that. I was like, oh yeah, I wanted them to end up together, not the random merman that shows up at the end. But rewatching it, I was like, oh, that's why. That makes sense. And then that spiraled into the idea of a movie coming to life and trying to help a little girl figure out her own sexuality in kind of a literal way instead of kind of the subconscious way that it was for me.
Well, did you pick the director, or did the director come to you? Do you got any ideas?
Actually, it was a thesis project for my college. So how many people? It was like, I think 18 people in my major and grade wrote and pitched pilots. And then of those, 2 got made. And then in the next class that was pre-production, people got to make PowerPoints and pitches to try to get onto different projects. And so my 2 directors made incredible PowerPoints about how they connected with the piece and how they really like understood it and how they wanted to be a part of it. And that's how I got my 2 amazing directors. And,
okay. So they had to win you over.
Yeah, and the whole class. It was like very democratic. We all voted and stuff. But I was very happy with who got picked.
How long did it take to shoot it all?
We shot it in 6 days, and it's 20 minutes. So yeah, it was tight. But yeah, it was a blast, and I could not have asked for a better crew. Everyone was so dedicated and putting more than the amount of effort that was expected. Like everyone went above and beyond to make that happen. Because yeah, 6 days, very tight.
I love the snarkiness you wrote into the one character.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like
Mermia.
The bad doll.
Yeah. She's very like Xena warrior princess. I think like she's that kind of princess.
Yes, I enjoyed that a lot.
Thank you.
And is there any chance you guys are going to pitch it as a series or?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, that would be amazing if we got picked up. I'm definitely going to be putting this online after our film festival run and hopefully just building up a following and some fans so that then the next project I already have people who are like, yeah, I liked your last thing. I want to see what you're doing next. Just because this one did take more money than I have available to make the next one. So yeah, we would definitely need funding if we were going to keep making more of this.
Have you graduated?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you have this to show for your graduation. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I know. I'm very happy. It could not have been luckier.
What else are you working on?
I'm currently working on a narrative podcast, so kind of like radio play, that's called Regency Nebula, and it's like Jane Austen meets James Bond in space, also queer romance. So if you liked CARLY, DOLLS, you'll probably like this. And so that's what I've got going on right now.
That's an interesting twist.
Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah.
Well, who are your influences? Who do you go?
That's a
this
great
person
question.
just lights my fire here.
Yeah, what we do in the shadows, I love the TV show, but also the movie. I remember watching that, and just Taika Waititi and all of his stuff is just incredible. I love that film. I really love comedy, and I love like fantasy and sci-fi, and I love when those things mix, because a lot of times if you're going to do sci-fi, you're going to do fantasy, it's going to be really intense, it's going to be really serious, but there's so much opportunity to make that really funny. I love that film. That's definitely up there. Wes Anderson films, because I'm a big production design gal. That's my second thing. I'm a writer first, and then I also do some production design. So yeah, I just love bright colors and all of that. If you watch CARLY, DOLLS, you can see that's definitely a through line. But yeah, those are kind of 2.
Did you help on the production?
Yeah, I was there during filming. I was there during pre-prod. I had a lot of input, which was really nice. I didn't have to just write it and then walk away from it. And my directors were very collaborative and let me come to rehearsals and and like I was giving notes for them to give notes to the actors. I was like, thank you so much. Very lucky, very fortunate. And also with production design, I was helping a lot with that. We ended up building on a stage, and I was there for all of the build and all of that. We had an amazing lead set constructor, Riley, incredible, and then 2 amazing production designers, and yeah, dream team.
Now, the actors, were they students as well, or were
No, one of them, CARLY, our lead, I believe she graduated right before. She didn't. She went to Chapman as well, but she actually is. I think she was like around. She was around 25, I believe, when we were filming, and she plays 14 amazingly. I could not. Actually, no. What's her name? Susie, the actress who plays Susie, it was 25 during filming, and it's amazing. She's playing 14. Yeah, we had an incredible cast. The other actors we found on backstage, and we were able to do it that way. Yeah. So there was a few actors who were crew because again, it was during COVID rules. So we could only have a certain amount of people on set. So Bree, one of the mean girls, is played by our costume designer, Kendall, who kills it, as well as one of the other mean girls is played by our producer. So yeah, and then our UPM also played one kid in the background of a shot. So yeah.
So it was a family affair kind of
Absolutely.
thing. Okay. Well, do you have anything you'd like to say to any of the girls out there, or anybody that thinks, I'd like to try my hand at writing? Any tips, anything to, what do you write about kind of thing?
Yeah, just go for it. I mean, it's one of those things that don't be overcritical of yourself at the beginning. Like, no one starts off perfect. And that can get in the way if you're like, oh, my draft 2 wasn't amazing. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, no one's draft 2 is amazing. There's this really great Neil Gaiman quote that's the first draft, just write whatever, just write the whole thing. And then draft 2 is going back and trying to make what you did look purposeful. Like you meant to do that. So yeah, do not be too critical of yourself. Just keep writing, just keep practicing, and you'll get better. And then what to write about what makes you interested and exciting, what's going to keep you writing. Because if you're writing about something that you just think you should be writing about, you're going to lose motivation so quickly. And again, the writing process can be really taxing if you're hypercritical of yourself, or just like it's not where you want it to be. And if it's not something you're passionate about, you're just gonna put it aside and never touch it again. So yeah, just something you're passionate about, something that will keep you going, and just keep going. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.
Right.